Berry Conservation District is your local resource for all things natural resources. The district is here to help you manage your natural resources responsibly for present and future generations. Berry Conservation District works with the community and conservation groups to provide resource conservation assistance to all landowners. Protect Our Waters Thornapple River Watershed Series is how we can become familiar with the water resources in our community and how we can protect them. In this video, we will be exploring what pollution we could have in our watershed. Our watershed is the entire system of the land, forest, and water resources that starts at the headwater streams that are made from rainfall and snow melt, goes all the way to the rivers and receiving water bodies at the end. Pollution that enters the system in any one area could be carried throughout the system, so it's important for us to protect each part of the system from pollutants. Common pollutants can include those that are from one known point source, like industrial waste that is dumped from a factory, or those that are non-point source pollutants. So they could be coming from multiple areas and we don't necessarily know exactly where those areas are. So let's take a look at this model. We're going to see some non-point source pollutants and we're going to place them on the model. Some of the common non-point source pollutants that we could have include motor oil and gasoline, littered trash, pet and farm animal waste, sewage from leaking septic tanks, yard fertilizer and herbicide, farm fertilizer and loose soil, and also road salt. So now we're going to actually take and place these pollutants across the landscape where we would potentially find them. With all of these pollutants on the landscape and available to be moved by the water, we want to see what will happen when it rains. As you can see, as the rain falls, it's taking all of that water to the lower elevations. It's mixing everything together. Each time the snow melts or it rains, more pollutants can be brought through the entire water system to the receiving water bodies at the end. This can end up affecting all of the plants and animals that are living in the water and also end up affecting humans because this water is eventually the water that goes into our groundwater. Pollution can also affect us as humans because this pollution filters down into our groundwater. And unfortunately, we don't have a plug we can just pull and let the pollution disappear. Some serious issues for human health from unsafe drinking water include the bacteria that can be found in polluted waters. This bacteria can come from our pet or farm animal waste, or it can come from faulty septic systems. And when that bacteria get into our drinking water, it can be serious or even fatal. The nutrients from human and animal waste that make into our waters can also increase the algae that grows in the water. This algae can create a bloom which has harmful toxins that could make it into our drinking water. And while we can avoid that water, once we know it's unsafe to drink, the fish and other aquatic life can't, and major die-offs can happen. That algae can also reduce the oxygen levels in the water, causing another factor for killing off aquatic life. Also, excess farm fertilizers can wash into our waterways, and that can affect human and animal health. It can cause us to have an increased heart rate, have headaches, cramps, and make us nauseous. Some studies even suggest that it can increase cancer. As you can tell, pollution in our watershed can have some serious health effects for us and the plants and animals that also call our watershed home. It's up to us to keep the watershed safe for all.